Hey, Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic here. We're going to have a look at some different hybrid cars, EV cars. I was asked about on my channel when I did a video. I am now going to actually let the owner of the place that I just did some training at, I'm going to let him introduce himself and we'll go from there.
Hi there, my name's Craig Van Battenberg. I own ACDC, but I'm lucky to have Tay over here, who just started with us a while back, and he's going to be the owner someday. He's 21 years old, automotive technician, graduated first in his class in high school, and now he's learning all about electric cars. Because I'm old, he's young, someday he'll have to own the place because I may not be here. Let's talk about this. Hold on a second, Tay. This is a Honda Insight. Come around here if you can. Now, normally you have fender skirts. This car is in for repairs. This is my own car. It's an unusual one. It's all aluminum, as you probably know, from 2000 to 2006 model year. We have a number of them over there in the training center parking lot. What's the model year? This is a Honda Insight. Year. It is a 3-cylinder. It's a hybrid car. Year. And
do you know the
it's
year?
got a 5-speed transmission. This one happens to be a 2000, the first year out. In fact, here's a tip. You see a green Insight, I guarantee you it's a 2000. I guarantee you it's a stick shift. In the first year there was no automatics. 2000, all stick shift. It was green, red, I think, and blue. Anyway, that's a pretty cool car. Now, okay, open that hood. This has got a 3-cylinder engine. 1.0-liter, just 1 liter engine. It's a little old and rusty, this thing's been around. Of course, aluminum. It's running right now. Idle stop's not working. So I got a little 12-volt battery, then I got a big battery in the back, about 144 volts of nickel metal hydride. 3-cylinder, the whole engine weighs 124 pounds. Let's go off to the next car and we'll show you a Honda Civic. So this was the beginning of Honda hybrids. Now, this was the first car in the United States. The Prius wasn't here yet. So 2000, 2006, they all look the same, weird looking thing, fender skirts in the back, those kind of skirts are missing. And the rear axle is actually, the wheelbase is narrower in the rear than the front, like a Citroen, so the air goes around it. Now over here, we've got a Generation 2 Civic, 2006 to 2011, nickel metal hydride, but here's the tip. Buy a 2012, it's got a lithium-ion battery, so much better than nickel. I want to pop that hood there, okay? This is always an automatic, no stick shift, 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic Hybrid, not a bad vehicle. Now you'll notice we've got an extra orange cable over here. I got one cable, the big one, don't touch it, you'll die, going down the electric motor, but this cable goes to your air conditioner. This one has electric AC. Very cool, 4-cylinder, IMA, integrated motor assist. This will come from the F1 technology. Pretty interesting car. Now over here we got the Accord. This was a pace car at the Indy 500 and a pace car, you know what that is. This is a V6 that goes to 3-cylinder mode. This is the fastest Accord they've ever made. What's actually running. This is a V6, big orange cables, big motor. I want to guess 250 or 300 horsepower. This thing goes like a raped ape, if you know what I mean. So, really fast car, made in 2005, 6, and 7. Unusual. It's supposed to get 36 miles per gallon on 3-cylinder mode, but no one can go that slow. So this thing is about 25. If you went easy, maybe 36. No one goes easy because it's so damn fast. Over here, we've got, now that's the Honda stuff. There's also the Honda CRZ, the Honda Insight. There's a lot of Hondas. And Honda, by the way, stopped building these IMA systems, which weren't that great. Now they got a terrific system. So if you're looking at your new Insight, looking at your new Clarity, your new Accord, all that stuff, buy it. Good stuff. Lithium-ion battery. Over here, we've got the original Prius, 2001. Now that's what we know in the United States, but the Prius came out in model year 1998 in Japan. So 98, 99, and 2000, all right-hand drive, everything's in Japanese. And then they didn't have to do too much to get here. The steering wheel on the other side, change the bumper. We've done a bunch of these things down in the Caribbean. The Caribbean, you know, it's English at times, so they're all driving on the other side of the road. So they're still out there, even the 1998 ones are still running. If I pop that hood, this is the quintessential hybrid. It's a Prius. The first generation, 2001, 2, and 3 here in the United States. As you can see, it says hybrid synergy. No, it says hybrid here. Who's calling me? Hold on a second. Don't you know I'm in the middle of a
They're making you, they know you're making a video.
All right, good. That'll leave me alone now. So over here it says Toyota hybrid system. It also makes a good drum. If you're a drummer, just buy that thing and you can make a band. It's fantastic. A 4-cylinder engine. It's a 1.5, very good little car. First gen, had a few issues, but not bad. 4-door, it has a trunk. So if you see a Prius with a trunk, it's going to be the first gen. 1, 2, and 3. On my buy it list, well, maybe. They got some issues, but it's a good little car. Now, this is the quintessential. This is the Gen 2 Prius. Everybody bought one of these things. 2004 to 2009, the best Prius they ever made. This is one I purchased with 5,000 miles on it a long time ago. That's 250,000. Everything's original on this whole car. The new paint job. Let's pop this hood. So, on this particular car here, we got this same engine as over there, but everything got advanced. They did a better job over there, they did a better job over here. This thing just became a much better car. Everybody except you, I know, loves this car. Mike's not a fan. I don't know why. He's just not a fan.
Mine was a turd.
He didn't like it.
Mine was a turd.
You say turd on YouTube?
Yes, you can say a turd.
Turd. What else? What are the 7 words we can't say?
Turd, and turd.
Okay, this is a great. I happen to love him. You hate him. Doesn't matter. That's the quintessential. Now that
You get a lemon, you tend not to like them. I'm sorry.
Okay, we had a problem. You know, we hit something. It's going to the body shop. It's not my fault. Okay, at any rate, can you open that hood, please? This is a Gen 3. This is a 2010 to 2015. But if you buy a Prius V, it goes to 17. So 2010, they redesigned it. This car's not the best. It's got a 1.8 liter that blows head gaskets. It's got a cooler over here for the E-jar that plugs up and costs you a lot of money. So this was not a great car. Recall on the inverter. I'm not a fan. I like the Gen 2. I'm not a fan. That's a Gen 4. We don't have a Gen 4 here. We rent them occasionally to teach. But not a bad car. There's a lot. 1.3 billion of these were sold in the United States. They had a Prius C, a little guy. Prius V, then a plug-in Prius. And over here we got a Camry. You want to open up? This is an old taxi cab. Open up that hood if you could. This is the same Camry body you've seen. This one came out in 2007, the same till 2011, then they changed it to big. Here's something crazy. If you get in an accident, see this little sharp edge? It's going to cut this cable. That cable cost over $3,000 because it comes with a transmission. Last I knew, you cannot buy the cable by itself. You buy the whole transmission, you get the cables. That's nuts. This is an ancient old car. What is going on here? What's going on here is somebody drove without the oxygen sensor, and the exhaust blew up and burned this thing.
Huh.
But you know what's amazing? It didn't hurt the paint, not one bit. That must be good damn paint on these cars. That's the Camry, a lot of taxi cabs, good, solid, 4-door sedan, great fuel economy. Now, these are getting old. This one has 255,000 miles on it. These are all company cars. We train with them, we drive them. This is an all-wheel drive. Can you pop that? All-wheel drive Highlander. Came out in 2006, this is 2007, and they changed a lot of it. This is really, really fast. This is a V6 motor, okay? And it's got a big-ass transmission. And this is my tow vehicle. This will tow 3,500 pounds. So when I need to tow something, I actually tow with this. It's all-wheel drive. It's my winter car. It's from New England. It's a little rusty. Really, really good car. There's a ton of these out there. Spotter's guy driving down the road. See this little vent right here? It's a hybrid. If it's not a hybrid, that won't be there. We need a little more air coming in to cool down some of the hybrid parts. Spotter's guy, that little thing's in the bumper. Okay, so there's more. I mean, Toyota owns this whole thing. Lots of other Toyotas, but this kind of gives us a good sense as to what they're doing. Now, look at this. This is a 2014. Open that hood if you want. This is a Volkswagen Jetta hybrid. They only made it for a couple of years. It was a good car until I started having transmission trouble. This is a do not buy car. Okay. I paid, I think, $7,000 for this car. It needs a $9,000 transmission.
And you said it's a do not buy, correct?
I do not buy this
There was a
car.
little noise. I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, train going by.
Yep.
Take the train. Don't drive a hybrid. This is the way to save the planet.
The T! Look at that!
It's electric. Okay, well, it's a diesel electric. Anyway, so this is a car that would be good, except the transmission's a dual clutch. Dual clutch transmission. They got some trouble with it. You want to shut that car off? I don't know how to put it, but. And so we bought this because we're going into Euro. We also got a Volkswagen e-Golf. That's not here today. There's a few cars we're missing. Anyway, so this is a good car to teach with because if you're a Euro tech, you need to know what the Euro's going on. But the battery pack is actually Japanese in this car. This was an okay car, but when they developed some miles on it, it had some transmission trouble. A transmission replacement by Volkswagen right now is like $9 grand. They want to use it, so I would stay away from these cars. It's kind of funky. Now, over here, I think this is your car, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, it is.
You drove all the way up from Pennsylvania.
Yes, I
To
did.
Massachusetts.
Yes.
How do you like the roads?
Lovely.
They're almost as bad as Pennsylvania.
They're about the same.
Okay, let's pop the hood over here, if you don't mind, Mr. Tay. It's actually Tavion. Tay is the nickname. And Tay just came up from South Carolina because he loves cold weather. And we're not quite sure why you did that. Now, this is an awesome car. We have the same exact car, the same year. We love this the same.
Even though I
color.
did come up here to try and figure out a couple codes that I was having a lot of
You learned
problems
a
with,
lot.
but
You
yep.
learned what it's like to be with me, and
We-
that's the whole lesson. This little lock over here.
That's for
this
sure.
little lock, do not put antifreeze here. If you own one of these, Gen 1, this is a 2011 to 15, do not add antifreeze. They want to know if there's a leak in the battery system.
I did.
Leave it alone.
I did.
And I know you do. Well, you do anything you want, Mike. You're a YouTube star. We don't know what the hell you do. You probably do crazy stuff. At any rate, this one, this little thing has a lever and a little sensor, and if it goes low, you need to find out why it's leaking, because unlike some nickel metal hydride that doesn't burn, this lithium-ion battery could have a problem. You probably won't. I love Chevy Volts. I love them. Great stuff, big-ass battery.
You and I both.
Yeah,
love my Volt.
I've got one. I get some funky things going on. Still a lot of miles on it. But really good car. And this is the first one you've seen with a plug. So over here we've got a place to plug it in. Let me see if I can make that thing open. Some of these get stuck. Does yours actually open?
It does.
Look, oh, that's fantastic. So this is a level 1 or level 2 plug. It means 110 volts or 220. You plug a thing in, you go to sleep, you wake up, the battery's charged. 35 to 40 miles, depending on how you drive it, you get to go pure electric. This is what I actually call a electric vehicle with a range extender. There's 4 modes. If you go to video stuff, we might put one up on our YouTube channel. You got mode 1 and mode 2, that's just an electric car. Mode 3, the gas engine's running, but it's only making power to charge the battery to drive the motor. Mode 4 turns it into a Prius. So it's really an interesting car, well made, well engineered.
So of course,
like, oh,
GM.
If this car battery goes dead, the 12-volt battery, and someone doesn't know what they're doing, do not jump it here and try to start the car. That's the positive to your 12-volt battery of the truck. That's your negative. If you jump it and try to start it, you'll fry this little wire. All you're going to do is jump it here to go around and open the hatch. The hatch has electric latch. There's no other way to open it. So you power the hatch up, then you take your jumper box or jumper cables, go to the back of it. Oh, and here's a tip. Don't ever, ever take a hybrid and jump start somebody's car. Hybrids are not used for jumping. It's bad. Little electrons won't be happy and smoke comes out.
All I want to say is that's why GM quit making them.
Now,
We like them.
This guy, that little guy for me. Okay, it's inside. So here we have 2 hoods, if you want to think of it. This hood is for the electric motor. This is pure electric. So far you've seen all hybrids and a plug-in hybrid. Over here, we've got 2 charging systems. Shadow mode, which is fast, and the little orange cover is the same as you have, level 1, level 2. This is a first-gen, early 2011. This was owned by Nissan, actually. We bought it at an auction. Found out it was registered down in Smyrna, Tennessee by Nissan. Not a bad car. This is old. This is 2011. So over here, we have some really cool stuff. And what looks like a valve cover, if you're an ICE guy, is really just the inverter. So you got a 12-volt battery. You got all kinds of cool things. Orange stuff, don't touch it. And you plug it in, and you drive 80 miles, and you plug it in, you drive 80 miles. This is a do not buy car. The 11 and 12 had a funky big battery. They're $9,000 to replace. They fail early. It's not like you're stuck on the side of the road. It's like a gas tank that just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So if this was a gas car, and it came with like 2 gallons of gas, and now it has like a pint. So don't buy this car. We use them to teach with, but it's not a car you want to own. They get better with age, but I'm not a big Nissan Leaf fan. Never have been.
And ICE is internal combustion engine for those of you who may not know.
So you're plugging it in there. It's all electric. It says here 0 emissions. Now the car's 0 emissions, but where's your electricity coming from? Well, in Massachusetts, yay Massachusetts, I can buy all clean energy if I pay a little bit more. But my electric bill comes in, I can check a box, send it back, and demand that I want only solar. I want only wind. I want only hydro. I want biomass. You can do that in this state, not every state. So this is an awesome, please move to Massachusetts, buy an electric car. We want more of you. And here's the latest and greatest. This is a 2019 Kia Niro EV. It's kind of a sleeper, okay? You've got charging over here, but look at this. This is the same charge port we've showed you, level 1, level 2. This is fast charging. And don't quote me, this is 100 kilowatts. So if I can find a 100 kilowatt charger, I can sit in my car and put in about 100 miles of range in 25 minutes. Now that's a sneaky thing. Whenever you read how fast you can charge up a car, only works if your batteries are 70, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's too cold, it takes longer. If it's too hot, it takes longer. So read that, how fast it charges, with a grain of salt. Because when I pull it off the highway, my battery's not at 70, it could be 100 degrees. It's got to cool it down before it can accept all that energy. This is a nice car. Can you open that hood, Tay? Sorry to take that hood job away from you. That was a mistake. Yeah, you'd have to talk to the union boss about that. Now over here, we've got something cool. We bought this car recently, bought it new, because it had 2 things we didn't have. One was, they call this CCS, Combined Charging System. We didn't have this, we teach it. In fact, we make our own breakout box to show this on a scope. The other thing we didn't have in any of our cars, we have 16 different cars and about 40 cars here actually, is this, all this stuff is a heat pump. In fact, we had a fellow come in from England, just recently, Ian Fletcher, who's an EV guy.
Great guy.
And he spent some time with Tay and myself and with you trying to figure out how this heat pump works. And for professional technicians only, we do training. We do not train do-it-yourselfers. So if you call me, I'll be nice and just say, you do-it-yourselfer, then I'll just slam the phone down and go, another one. At any rate, we do love you. We just don't want to talk to you. So this is a heat pump thing. We reverse engineer a lot here to figure out what the hell's going on. My wife loves this car. Come look at the interior. This is an amazing car. Okay? That's my wife's car. This one has heated and cool seats. It has everything. This is close to the price of a Model 3, by the way. It's not a model. It's not that fast, but it's just a basic car. It's a little hatchback.
That would be a Tesla Model 3 for people that don't know.
It doesn't scream, arrest me. People don't even know this thing is electric, right? It doesn't say it anywhere. So that's kind of the end of the story. Tay, you want to say anything here?
Come the 80s, come the AC/DC. Don't worry, I'm the new guy.
Go ahead, I'm leaving this in, guys. So do your best. Do your best.
This is Curly. So when you call us on the phone, say, is Dipstick there, or can I talk to Curly? Now we have other things that say Mo and Larry. We have fun here at AC/DC because people like Mike make us have fun. So thanks for taking this little tour. Worcester, Massachusetts, home of the birth control pill, Abby Hoffman, the diner. Most people wish the birth control pill would come before Abby Hoffman, but not me. I'm kind of a radical. Thanks a lot. Go to our website, www.fixev.com.
So any of you techs that are interested in learning EV and stuff, I took the battery class. It was great. I enjoyed it. Craig's an excellent teacher. All the guys were good. Tay being here, Aiden wasn't here. He's another employee, but
awesome.
Yep, they're all good people.
Kina,
so
makes us look good because she knows how to do graphic design.
Oh, cool.
Oh, we have a
I didn't know
book
what else she
coming out.
did.
We would sell to a DYF. DYF?
DYFer, yeah.
I don't know what you call yourself.
DYIer.
Bozo in the backyard. We've got a new book coming out in about a month. Right now we're filming this thing in March of 2022. If you want to spend $350 plus postage and you want to read a deep, in fact, you've done some reading for us, you can buy that if you want. We have books, we have webinars, that all stuff we don't mind. We just don't want you coming here bugging the real technicians. That's all.
Okay, so that was the point. The point of this video was to show you the different cars, the HVs, EVs, hybrid vehicles and EVs that are out there that, you know, used or whatever. That was asked for, so we did it. And once again, I thank you, Craig. Thank you, Tay.
My pleasure.
This is Mike, the Disgruntled Mechanic, saying just remember, if you can get somebody else to do it, you're probably better off. See ya.